Good morning. It is, let me check because I just made a video. Still the morning. We're on time. No, it's still the morning. This is going to talk about people finding their voice in life. I know so many people who have such their passion in life, cajole them. I'm going to just use that word. I don't even know if it's a word, but cajole them to the future. Get them somewhere that they want to go. But they're so scared to open up. And when I mean find your voice is finding exactly what I mean. Being confident in yourself. Being able to be like, I can speak whatever I want to speak, because remember, freedom of speech in this world. Don't be afraid of things you don't know. Don't let your environment shape. I always bring up environment, but it's so truth about this. Do not allow your environment to lessen your voice. Because that's what they want you to do. So you won't succeed in life. So you won't make a change in life. I bet you if everybody in this world, if you look around, everybody in this world found their voice and found truly what they're passionate about, there would be so much change in this world. If it was not predetermined by somebody else or things like that, or affected by life or their environment and who people they surround themselves around, cancel the voice. I had a lot, let me tell ya, a lot of people in my life put me down. That I was a kid, that what I was doing, that I was stupid, I was not smart, I was not, these are words that were said to me, truly. Not meant to do certain things. I was not made for things. Always told to shut up, or things like that. Or all these negative words were always said to me throughout my life. Stupid, incompetent, anything was always told to me by so many people, and I never understood why. Mostly in my life, I will tell you about who I am. I always spoke the truth. I could never in my life not speak the damn truth. And when I tell you that shit got me in trouble with my parents so many times, I don't know why. That was something that I always did for myself. I literally always spoke the truth. And when the truth hurts, and it wasn't, sometimes I felt like it was just something I needed to say. It was not me trying to be rude, it was just me talking. But sometimes it came out as disrespectful or it was not, it was looked down upon, I will tell you. And it made me lose my voice outside in the real world. I literally could not tell you. I never wanted to be known as a disrespectful person, because I didn't think of myself like that. I thought of myself that I always wanted to help people as much as I can and speak the truth to the world and what I believed in. That was who I am. That's who I am. Excuse me. That's who I am. And I knew that for myself. I knew that I always spoke the truth. And did it get me in trouble with my environment? Yes. Let me tell you one instance. Work. Literally, I spoke the truth, but my mouth, it was just a little too much. It was not me trying to be disrespectful, it was me telling the truth about something, and it always ended up not in a way that I wanted, that I was trying to reach for an outlook. And it really put my voice down. When I used to get in trouble for work, I would always try to stick up for myself, because I'm like, hey, this is why, I'm telling you what's going on in my life, this is what's happening, I'm doing it. They always used to get mad at me because I fell into a part in my life that there was one point in my life that I got really depressed and I could not get up in the morning, and it affected my work because I still had work to go to. They didn't care about my mental state. If this world cared about mental state, oh, this world would be so different. But I'm just saying, it's the truth. But I lost my voice so many times throughout my life. From relationships to friends to family members always putting me down, making fun of me. It made me feel less of who I was. It made me feel less of my voice and who I... Honestly, I always believe your voice is who you are. What you speak out is who you basically are. And I always said that. But I was always looked at a certain way. Why? And I'm going to tell you why. Because they don't have a voice for themselves. They are basically jealous that you're able to have that strength, to speak the truth, to speak your words, to speak what you believe in. Because you can't change somebody. You really cannot change somebody who already knows who they are, who already has a voice to advocate for themselves and others. You know what I mean? So it's hard. Everybody wants that feeling to be able to speak in this world. Love my hair. We're doing great. I had an exam this morning, so it was rush out the house. Whatever my hair looked like, it's gonna have to be. It's just gonna have to do for today. But it's not too bad. Just a little frizzy because I strained it. Sorry. But back on topic. Finding your voice is the hardest thing in this world. Why? Because everybody around you wants to take it away. Want you to be less of yourself. Because if you have a voice, if you know who you are, if you stick up for what you believe in, that scares people. I'm going to tell you the truth. It will scare people. If you tell the truth or you speak your mind, it scares people. Because honestly, if you think about it from a different perspective, say that there's somebody that's speaking mind, know who they are, and they're speaking mind to you. You look at them. First, I'm going to be honest with you. People do look at each other and be like, who do you think you are? That's what you need to look at. Like, who do you think you are for putting things on me? Because of my decisions and what I believe in and what I want to say in life. Why do you think you should have an opinion on it? Why do you think that you should lessen who I am because I have a voice for myself? Why don't you find your own voice? Why don't you? That's what I say to people. Like, don't be jealous of other people having a voice. Find your own. Find what you believe in, what you trust in life, what you want to say in this life. You have the freedom to do whatever you want. Instead of worrying about, oh, you're going to hurt somebody's feelings, or you're going to do this, oh, it's going to come off wrong. The truth hurts. Don't you always say that? The truth hurts. Advocating for yourself hurts, okay? And when I say also, if you do find your voice like me, don't be this type of energy of like, I have a God complex. I'm right, everybody's wrong. No. Open yourself up to know that there's other people that have a voice and have opinions that you could take. If you're doing it in the right way and you guys are having a mutual opinionated conversation, take it. Don't think I'm right, you're wrong, that's it. Because that's not the truth. That's not how it works. I'm saying that's not the truth. But it's not the truth on how it works. Everybody has a mind of their own. Everybody is shaped differently. Everybody has a unique voice. And that's what I want to say. I'm going to tell you this. In life, if everybody had a voice and advocated for themselves or advocated for other people, how would this life be? If we were not shaped by our environment and we were just shaped on the mindset of what we had, how would life be? You ever think about that? I do. I think about if you find your voice, there's going to be so many people in this world that are going to want to make a change for this world. That life is going to be more positive. Life is going to be better. You're not shaped by your environment. I'm sorry, there was a hair on my mouth, so I got so distracted. You're not what did I say? You're not shaped. Your voice is not shaped based on opinions thrown at you. Do not lessen your voice because of other people's opinions or their jealousy. Do not. Because why? You are basically letting them win. You're letting them lessen who you are. And that is the truth to things. Be open to hear other opinions, but be open to say your own thing. Have your own voice. Advocate for people. Advocate for others. Truly, in this world, things would be so much different if people were not shaped by what they see on the media or what they see on social media. I just said social media. On the news or TV. Anything like that. Or what celebrities say. So you're going to follow what the celebrity says or what the news says because the news is always right. Not fucking right. I'm going to tell you that. The news is, I learned about this in school, it's literally just a mind game by the government. Trust me. I hope I don't get in trouble for saying that, but that's what I usually take out of news. Some news is right, some news is this, but some are very much fabricated. So do not take that information until you find your own information. You go diving deep and finding information on your own. Oh, sorry. That's gonna make you your authentic self and make your voice. You found information for yourself. You didn't take off a news thing or what they said and make it and say, well, this said this, so I'm gonna believe it. No. Or TikTok said this, so I'm gonna believe it. If you don't do your research, that doesn't mean crap. It means jack shit. I'm sorry for cursing, but it means literally nothing if you have zero information about it. Instead, you're placing an opinion, truly. You're fabricating a truth that could probably be false because of what you see. What you see is not always correct. Finding your own and going within deeper into anything is what you find the truth. And that's what I have to say. Finding your voice too has to do with this too. But I'm going to talk about going back to how do we accept our voice? By accepting ourselves, truly. You gotta accept yourself to find your voice. You have to be confident in what you want to say, bring it to the table and what you're saying, anything. The confidence level helps your voice, truly. You have to put everything that aside that has maybe fabricated the truth, fabricated what you believe, anything like that. You have to find what you truly could say, hey, I'm advocating because of this, That's what a voice to yourself is. I have to pee, sorry. But yes, I will say, honestly, in this world, going back on before, finding your voice is the biggest key in life, to be able to have the confidence within yourself. If you think of being smarter will help you with your voice, then work towards that. Look up information. You don't have to go to school to be smart. There's street smarts, there's looking up things on the internet, there's articles, there's so many things you could do. Does not have to be in school. Sorry, parents. But some people don't like school, and that's okay. There's other things to do in life than just go to school. I do believe school, and I'm not going to say this as just because I'm saying it, but I go to school. And I believe, trust me, just because I'm going to school and I'm getting to where my degree is, it really, if you pay attention in your classes, if any classes, some of them are actually like lessons that you truly learn throughout life. It really helps you from where you're going. It's weird how it works, but you see a new perspective of life than what you did before, because you didn't have that information that you did before that. And I will have to say the truth, like, college really shaped my mindset, some thoughts of myself, but it doesn't always have to be like that. You could believe in whatever you want to believe in, but instead of always lessening your voice to maybe please other people, or you don't want to step on people's toes, step on them. You hear me? Step on the toes. Literally step on them. Why? Because that is what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to be, I always say, some people that have a voice like me, I always had a voice that I felt like I made people uncomfortable sometimes, because I always spoke the truth. And I never had a regret of the things I said, but some things I do believe should not have, I'm kidding. But some hard truths I believe I should have lessened that truth a little bit. But I'm saying that has nothing to do with anything right now. What I'm really saying is that you need to step on your truth. Put yourself out there. More people would be more afraid of somebody that has a voice than somebody who sits back and doesn't want to speak, or is complacent about what they say. They don't want to hurt the feelings. Hurt them. Why? Because that's going to make you understand that your voice has meaning. Your voice could make people uncomfortable, because the truth hurts. I am sorry to say. I keep saying it, but it's the truth. So make these people uncomfortable. If you believe in something, and I'm hoping, God hope you're doing it and advocating for a good cause, good reason, not like genocide or some crap like that, wanting genocide. I hope not. No one advocates for that. But wanting genocide. You could tell the difference, but mostly what I say is that you're going to have that shaping of your future in life by your voice too. It helps your confidence. It helps on who you are. And you could be helping so many people. Don't worry about the people that want to put you down. They want you to stay in a lower level so they can control you. You think this world wants people that has a voice? Truly, tell me. I'm literally sitting here. I'm talking to you. Sorry, I almost dropped it. Tell me. Do you think, I'm going to say, let's put the government involved. Do you think that the government wants every single one of us to have a voice? What's going to happen if we all have a mind of our own? Fill in the blanks. No, I'm kidding, but please fill in the blanks so I don't get in trouble. No, I'm kidding, but it's the truth. Who is going to want somebody to have a voice? Your boss is not going to want you to have a voice. Why? Because then they know more than what they're doing towards you. Having a voice puts people in place. Having a voice, I wouldn't say put people in place, but in a better term to that, like saying to work, is not letting people step all over you. You know who you are. You have a voice. You have something to be said into this world. So say it. Let those people hurt. Let them be uncomfortable. Let them feel uneasy. Let them. Because you're opening up their heads to more. And that's what I have to say there. I hope you guys actually do find a voice in life, because trust me, you will help so many people if you just speak up. If we all spoke up and advocated for ourselves and for others, and be open to criticism, to be open to seeing other worldly aspects in life, be open to it. That's what makes a person higher. That's what makes a person that knows more, that understands more than somebody who is, like I always say, is one-track minded. You have an ability to open your voice, open your mind, and open your ability to be knowledgeable in life. Trust me when I tell you, it's going to help you learn a lot of lessons and help you get through life easier by putting basically your foot down. So, I'm going to leave it like that. Goodbye. See you in the next.